Hello Leo, welcome to your tarot reading for the month of September 2022. Now remember that this is a general reading, so just take what resonates with you. And also, if the spirit leads you to this video, even if it is already beyond September 2022, there must be a reason why the spirit led you here. So just use your intuition and take the message that the spirit wants you to have. Okay, so we will start with an oracle reading from the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle. Let us try to see what is the message of the universe. Okay, it says here, perception. You are getting ready to have a shift in perception that will change everything. Okay, so for some of you, maybe you will have a paradigm shift. A certain point of view that you might have had in the past might be changed, and you might be learning a new insight at this present time in your life. Okay, now let us try to see if we can get another insight from uh, the spirit through the Moonology manifestation cards. Okay, let us see. Let's see if there is another oracle message. Let's just try to get another oracle message from the cards. Are a little bit slippery. Okay. Oh, this one. Oh, there are two. Wait. I can understand. Spirit, what card do you want us to have? Okay, finally I got one. I'm not looking at the cards, I'm just trying to feel it with my hands. Okay, full moon in Scorpio. Okay, so Scorpio is a water sign, Leo is a fire sign, and it says here, breathe through the tension. Okay, so maybe there might be some tension in your present moment, or maybe this moment of having a paradigm shift, there might be a little bit some tension, yeah, tension between the old and the new. Uh, I remember sometimes when there are certain things that we have learned from the people around us, from those who are elders or something. They taught us a certain point of view in life, and we accepted them throughout our growing years. And then suddenly, in your personal journey, you discover new things, and then this new discovery somehow sometimes might conflict with what you have been taught to consider in life. So a certain point of view in life, suddenly this new experience counters that kind of idea that you have considered as one of those unbreakable rules, those knowledge that you consider was true in the past, and then suddenly a new discovery shatters it. No, then it's not normal that sometimes you will have tension in it. It's like you will have conflict between what you have been taught to be and what you have discovered now. And with this tension, there will be a need for you to consider things. So breathe through the tension. Just relax. Allow the spirit to teach you. Allow the spirit to guide you. And yeah, sometimes they even manifest in our body. I remember there was one time when I was undergoing this spiritual awakening. I started to have skin rashes, and I was enlightened by somebody who is guiding me through, somebody who has been through also, who was ahead of me with the spiritual awakening. And he told me sometimes this tension between what you were taught and what you are now discovering can sometimes manifest also in your body. Sometimes they manifest as skin lesions, or and so when I became aware of it and I realized that there is something in my life that I need to reconcile, this new discovery and what I have been taught to, finally after a few days that I was able to reconcile it, the skin lesion started to disappear. And now I realize, yes, we need to be always open. New things. We discover new things in life. The Spirit teaches you new things. We should be open to allow the Spirit to teach us. And maybe this is for some of you, this is the message right now. No, you're getting ready to have a shift in perception that will change everything, and that could bring some tension. But just breathe through the tension. Breathing through the tension can be also the for some of you, maybe some of you are right now undergoing some breathing exercises. Yoga breathing exercises can be of help to uh, learning to breathe through the daily just challenges. Okay, now let us go to the tarot reading. I hope that the message we just had has tickled some of your insights right now, made you leap into this journey of introspection. Now let us try to see for the month of September for Leo. Okay, the one here in the center is the situations that are happening in you right now that you are aware of. The one on top of it are the things that the spirit world is aware of, that the spirit would like you to be aware of also. Below are the things that are simultaneously happening in your subconscious world or in your emotions, in your prayer life. Okay, sometimes we are also not aware of them, and somehow the cards will help us put our attention on them also. Okay, let us try to see. This is the recent past, the present moment, and this is the proximate future. Wow.
Okay, Leo, I'm sorry there was a problem with the audio, so we have to retake the reading. And so, as we have said earlier, the one on the column on the left side represents the recent past, the one on the center represents the present moment, and the one on the right side represents the proximate future. And as we can see here, on the recent past, we have the Queen of Cups, the Star, and the Ace of Swords. In your in your physical world where you are aware of, you were busy in the recent past of trying to balance between your inner world and your outer world. You were both nurturing those two worlds. Like, for example, here we can see in the star, we can see this person uh, putting water into the pool where his foot is dipped, which can represent the inner world and or the inner journey. And then at the same time, you can see this person also is pouring water on the ground where his left foot and left leg is attached, which can represent a person who is grounded and at the same time also giving care and attention also to their exterior world. So here we see you as a person who is trying to live a balanced life. At the same time, behind you is a bird, as if bringing you a certain message. This bird can be sending you some message or some guidance from the universe. It can be also that a new inspiration is being given to you, which is also represented by the Ace of Sword. So it can be a new, you are at that time in the recent past, you have received some new instructions or some new insights from the universe. When you look at it, we have the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Swords. The Queen of Cups can represent that you are being initiated into the developing your intuition, but at the same time the universe is also giving you new insights. So this makes us think of the heart and of the mind. So the heart and the spirit is being nurtured by the universe, but at the same time also the universe is teaching you new things about life. The heart and the spirit and the mind are learning in the recent past. We're learning new things in the recent past. And as we can see here, in the recent past, you are like a queen, one who is in touch with her world, both inner and outer, but at the same time, you are in a very, very contemplative mode in your life. At the same time, now in the present moment, again, we see here the Empress. So it seems that in the recent past and in the present moment, you are a person who is very much in control of your life. You are able to make a certain balance. At the same time, you can see here the Empress is in the midst of nature. So it can symbolize that most of you are drawn to the beauty of nature, that there is something about nature that seems to be nourishing you. And the Empress also symbolizes productivity. So you are in a very productive mode. When you look at the bird here, the bird can also symbolize a stork, which can symbolize a birth of something, can be also a physical birth. So an empress also represents fecundity, fertility. So for some of you, maybe for some of you, you have recently given birth to a child or to a new project. For some of you, it can be a new project, a new venture that is has the promise of something beautiful. Okay, it can be also that whatever this gift that you are really bringing into life, so whether it be a new project or a new inspiration, or really giving birth to a physical child. It is sort of a, when you look at it, we see the stars and we see this certain peace within you. So it's a gift from the spirit, from the universe. At the same time, at this present moment, you are undergoing also a tower moment. A tower moment symbolizes that there are certain aspects of your life that are being destroyed right now because something new is about to be created. So maybe at this present moment, for some of you, there are certain aspects of your life that no longer are important, or that are no longer contributing to your personal growth. This part of your life are being removed by the universe. So for some of you, you might be undergoing some tensions, or some trials right now, which are leading to tension. So as it was said earlier, no, in the moon manifestation oracle, the invitation for you is to breathe through the tension. So for some of you who are undergoing right now trials, or uh, tower moments in your present moment, it is just part of the transformation that you are undergoing. So you see here, in the recent past, you were undergoing a certain form of transformation, and this transformation is leading to tower moments, wherein chapters that certain parts of your life that no longer serve you are being destroyed, or being reconstructed, or being recreated into something new, something that will be helping you. As we have seen earlier, no, you are getting ready to have a shift in perception that will change everything. So yeah, you are undergoing transformation, and then many of the things that you first considered as something like a big part of your life are being reconstructed by the universe, and your point of view is changing. You're undergoing a paradigm shift. Now this paradigm shift can cause tension, not only between in your inner self, between your inner self and outer self, but also a tension between also the people around you. Is especially if in the past your point of view and the point of view of the people around you were the same. Now that your point of view is changing, people might start to notice this change in you. And if you belong in an environment that is very traditional, it might create a certain tension. The changing of your point of view might create a certain tension. So there's a need for you also to be careful and to choose when and where and to whom you're going to share these changes that are happening in you. So there's a need for you to have prudence also. Uh, Whatever beautiful changes the universe is making in your life, there should be a prudence, not to just immediately share it with others. It is like a treasure cove. It's like a it's like a casket full of treasures that you cannot just share to everybody, because it can cause you need to protect whatever gift you are receiving from the universe. Not everybody will appreciate it, not everybody will understand the changes that are happening in you. So there is also an invitation for you to have a certain prudence, but be aware, yes, that there are some changes that are going to happen, a recreation in your life, and there will be tower moments at this present time. But you are handling whatever these challenges are like a queen, like an empress. Now, in the near future, what we can see here is a person who is a little bit more guarded. I think this is a person who is a war veteran, a person who is a veteran in life. You have encountered trials. Maybe a big part of it is because of this tower moment that you are presently undergoing. So you will be a wiser person. You are more discerning. You are more somebody who is a little bit more careful now, and it's a good thing. But you need also to balance this careful, being careful, because sometimes you might be too careful to the point that you will create walls in your life, and it will prevent you from living life to the full. So there is a need for you to balance between being more discerning, more guarded, but at the same time you have to prevent yourself from being too closed off that you can no longer live life to the full. There is a certain moderation that is needed here. You are at the same time cautious, but not too guarded to the point that you put barriers that prevent you from interacting with the world that is around you. At the same time, in the near future, you will be meeting somebody. Now, this somebody will be you will have a very equal relationship with this somebody. You will be uh, receiving and giving things between each other in an equal way. Now, this can be a relationship between you and a mentor, because you are undergoing a certain transformation right now. So it can be that in the near future, a mentor will come your way, and this mentor will be able to guide you in what you are undergoing right now. It can be also another gift from the universe, somebody who has gone ahead of you, and somebody who will guide you to the changes or paradigm shifts that are happening in your life right now. So it can be an equal, fulfilling, unconditional love-filled relationship between a mentor and you. So it can be, the mentor can be somebody in the spiritual realm or somebody in the physical realm, somebody who can help you. It can also symbolize a certain friendship where you feel that love is being shared unconditionally, also an equal give and take between you and a friend in the near future. It can be also a romantic relationship, somebody who will give you unconditional love in a romantic way, somebody who can also be your friend at the same time, and you can journey with this person knowing that everything is being shared equally. In the present moment, you see here the Four of Swords. So in the Four of Swords, it means that at this present moment, you, aside from being close to nature, you are also spending time also being alone and being in contemplation. But as you can see here in the Four of Swords, it's like a person who's just taking a moment of rest. But in the near future, what we see here is the Hermit. The Hermit symbolizes somebody who spends more time being in solitude and contemplation much longer than a person in the Four of Swords. The person in the Four of Swords is just taking a moment of rest. But here, in the Hermit, the solitude and contemplation, or moments of being alone, becomes a way of life. It is no longer something that you just take for a certain moment of time and then you go back to the world. No, it is becoming part of your life. So when you look at it in the realm of the unconscious, the things that you might not have been very much aware of, but sometimes maybe you see glimpses of, is that the universe was teaching you something new in the recent past, and then he had to recreate your life. He was destroying certain things that no longer help you and recreating it into something that is very helpful to you. And this has led you into a spirituality of contemplation and being open to the guidance of the spirit. So these are the interior changes that were happening to you. In the physical sense, in the physical realm, you were learning in the recent past how to balance your life between the inner and the outer life, and it has led you to being productive in the present moment and in the near future. It can be also that aside from having people who will giving who are giving you who will be giving you a balanced relationship, at the same time it can be also a balance between also, here you were actively working in it, but here it's as if here you were trying to nurture your inner life and then your exterior life in an active way. It's like when you are planting something new, you water it every day. Here it seems that somehow these two have grown into something very mutual, wherein your inner life and your outer life are also complementing each other. There is a certain a union between the inner and the outer life. So it can be also that this, in the physical realm, is that in the near future, uh, there will be a certain maturity in the relationship between the inner and the outer self. Or it can be also because you are maturing also in your inner journey, and your external journey, you will be meeting people who are of the same spirit, people who resonate you, and that your relationships in the near future will be very fulfilling. Be that in friendship, in learning about the spiritual life as mentor and student relationship, and it can be also in a romantic or loving relationship. The gifts of the universe that the universe were trying to tell you is that, yeah, in the recent past, you are becoming a person who is control of your life, like the Queen of Cups, but at the same time very contemplative. And in the present moment, you are already becoming a person who is spending more time being alone. But at the same time, in the near future, you will be a person who is very discerning. But there is this caution here to learn to balance between being discerning, being a little bit more guarded, being a little bit wiser in choosing your paths. But at the same time also, there is a need for you to balance between fear and being confident. the being cautious might come to a point wherein you will be closing yourself from the world. So there's a need for you to balance this part wherein you will not be too close to the world, you will not be closing yourself too much from the world, but at the same time also being discerning. So there's a certain caution about this one. Okay, let us now end this reading with a placing additional 4 oracle cards to sort of like to close the reading. So we're going to put 4 oracles, 4 more oracle readings to sort of like help you as you move forward. So here we have here the hibernation. Okay, your soul needs time alone for meditation and rest. It is very, it correlates very well with what is happening in your present moment, wherein we have here the 4 of swords, where you are spending more time in rest, solitude, and contemplation. So your soul needs time alone for meditation and rest. And in the near future, it's not only just a regular practice that you will be doing, but it will become part of your way of life, wherein you are a person who is now spending time in solitude and silence becomes already a part of your living your life. So yeah, there is somehow the oracle card is supporting this one. Your soul needs time alone for meditation and rest. So somehow the invitation is that, yeah, in the near future, there will be a need for you to make spending time in solitude and silence as part of your regular living. Okay, like this one, it's very noisy outside. No, there's a need for us to go to a quieter place. And uh, sometimes they say that even if you are in the midst of a very noisy environment, you can still be like a hermit, wherein you find the silence within you. Okay, so when you are in a place like Waite, where I am right now, no, it was not very an ideal place where there are a lot of noise around us, but still you can have, if you are in a being in solitude and silence is already a part of your way of living, then even if amidst all the turmoil outside you, you are like a hermit who is able to go inside you and able to find a quiet moment or a quiet place where you can spend time or give your soul the time to be alone for meditation and rest. And the same time, restlessness. Okay, find a way to calm the waters of your mind. Okay, so yeah, we see here, no, at this present moment, you're undergoing tower moments, and yes, there are turmoil because you are undergoing a paradigm shift. And when you are undergoing paradigm shifts, there are uh, certain restlessness within the waters of your inner self, and there's a need for you to, yeah, spend time to as was said here, breathe through the tension. Okay, so there is a need for you, yeah, for some of you maybe there is a need for you to spend more time doing breathing exercises, especially those like that are the exercises that are related in the practice of yoga. No, maybe the breathing exercises can help you find find ways to calm the waters of your mind. Okay, so as you undergo the paradigm shift, maybe some breathing exercise will help you also in your journey. Now, Earth shifts. You are very connected to Mother Earth, and as such, you experience all that she does. Okay, at this present moment, you are like the Empress. You are very much in touch with nature, and you are very sensitive to the changes of nature. The Empress is also a person who is also very constantly aware with the changes of the cycles of the moon. And somehow, maybe as your intuition is undergoing developments, you are undergoing awareness, spiritual awareness, these changes in your life. Okay, amidst the turmoil of the noisy world outside us. Okay, as you are undergoing this shift right now in your life, you are becoming more sensitive to the touches of nature, to the effects of nature, to the effects of the environment around you. So you need to be more connected to the earth. And one of these things is that maybe you are also becoming more sensitive to the changes of the cycles of the moon. So you try to be aware how the cycles of the moon are also affecting you as you undergo this paradigm shift or this spiritual transformation. Okay, so there's a need for you, yeah. Like the Empress, somebody who's very sensitive, very much in touch with nature, and she is able to see the advantages that she can have by being in touch with nature. Somebody who is very much aware of the changes of nature and is able to turn it to their advantage. Intuition, okay. You are learning to embrace and trust your inner knowing. As you undergo your interior transformation, your intuition develops, and yes, you become more sensitive to the earth shifts, to the changes in the earth, and you're able to ride them like a good surfer. At the same time, your intuition starts to develop even more, and maybe that will lead to a, yeah, as it was said here, it can lead to a union between your inner and outer self. You are undergoing a lot of beautiful changes in your life right now, and as you undergo this, your intuition will continue to develop. Okay, so it seems that the environment is becoming noisier by the moment, and maybe I hope that despite of this turmoil, this restlessness outside us, we will still find a way to calm the waters of our mind, the waters of our inner self. Well, that's it for now, Leo. While creating this reading, I had a lot of challenges. It's just like the external world is sort of like trying to intrude to the reading that we are doing right now. There's a lot of turmoil outside, but we confidently forged on through the reading, and we finally reached the end of it. And somehow, maybe, yeah, this is the tower moment of the reading of the tarot card for Leo for the month of September to 2022. But at the same time, yeah, as you are having interior peace, there are tower moments that are happening within you right now. Do not worry. Just allow the spirit to guide you and allow it to transform you to a person who will have a better outlook in life. Don't worry, it's a very exciting journey, and I wish you the best. Until next time, may God continue to bless you.